Hi, good evening, and welcome to Platinum TV's exclusive coverage of the 2019-2020 local football season in Ghana. And of course, we do well to touch base with the very core, those who matter and those who really matter in our football. It's been all about the broadcasting rights holders of the 2019-2020 Ghana Premier League. Startimes Ghana have been awarded the exclusive right to manage everything that has to do with broadcasting of the Ghana Premier League. And in the wake of the controversies and all that, Startimes actually organized a press conference on Friday in the afternoon just to brief the media and the general public as to how they're going to be operating and what Ghanaians should expect as far as the 2019-2020 Ghana Premier League is concerned. And speaking at that particular event, the head of marketing of Startime, Mrs. Akova Banson, actually outlined a few things that needed attention and needed some sort of reaction to the football space and football cycles. It is a remarriage of that relationship between the Ghana Football Association and Startime. Remember, in the Kwesi Nyantakyi administration, there was a 10-year deal which was abrogated in the course of the announced number 12 controversial play. And of course, fast forward in 2020, on the 8th of January 2020, the Ghana FA saw the need to re-award the contract to Startimes Ghana as the sole broadcasters or those with the broadcasting rights for the 2019-2020 football season in Ghana. So Platinum TV touch base with Startimes, and here is what transpired at the Startimes headquarters in Accra.
Today we're going to be very brief and we're going to cut to the point, and I know Eli has threatened enough, but we would have a little time to do some questions and answers, even though we wouldn't take too many of them. And so let's get to it. Startimes' vision is to ensure that every African family can access, afford, watch and share the beauty of digital TV. For a very long time in Ghana, paid TV services were out of reach for majority of households until the entry of Startimes into the market 3 years ago. We have changed the view of Ghanaians with affordable paid TV services across the country with subscription fees as low as 20 Ghana cedis per month. With over 30 million users in 30 African countries, Startimes has become Africa's leading paid TV service provider with premium sports content such as the English FA Cup, the Europa League, Bundesliga, French Ligue 1, Copa Italia, Spanish Copa del Rey, and now the Ghana Premier League, or again the Ghana Premier. Startimes signed a 10-year contract as the official media broadcaster of the Ghana Football Association in 2016. With this strategic partnership agreement, Startimes acquired all media rights of Ghana football properties for 10 years. This partnership was not only to bring the game to the homes of Ghanaian football lovers, but also to take the Ghanaian game to the rest of Africa. During the 2016-2017 season, Startimes covered 49 live games across the league, FA Cup, President's Cup, G8 and the Gala competitions. Broadcast of games produced for television was not limited to our platform. Selected matches were made available for live broadcast to more than 10 free-to-air partner stations in Ghana simultaneously. Over 100 radio stations were also given the rights to run commentary. This was an innovative strategy introduced by Startimes to give a wider reach and also increase the commercial clout of the GPL to swell its value on television. On assumption of our role as the official broadcaster of the GPL, we relied on a third party to produce match day games for television. But we grew from this state to owning a fully equipped high-definition OB van that enabled us to produce and transmit live games in HD by the 2017-2018 season. By half season of the 2017-2018 league season, right before the Anas Arimayo Anas number 12 documentary. Startimes had produced 47 live games in HD for TV across all competitions, making way for some matches to be played under floodlights and giving Ghanaians more live games per weekend on TV and radio. Total matches produced for the season would have been 94, but for the truncation of the league in last season. Startimes also invested hugely in the promotion of Ghana football, which involved value additions that would optimize the potential of the league. A marketing kit for the Ghana Premier League consisting of a new logo, slogans, visual creatives, and a photo shoot for all 16 Premier League clubs were done at our own cost to aid in player identification and for other promotional campaigns. Our efforts attracted some lucrative sponsorship deals from corporate bodies for the various clubs and eventually paved way for a title sponsorship deal for the Ghana Premier League. Betway, Adonko Beaters, Xylophone Cash, Soccer Bet, Happy Man Beaters were some of the brands that sponsored the clubs. In our commitment to grow the Ghanaian game, Startimes launched the HD Adepa TV channel on our platform, and this was a dedicated channel which was to get up close and personal with players and the game. Startimes has invested over $2 million in Ghana football, with hardly any tangible returns so far. Despite all our investments as a company, our goals and targets were not met to ensure a smooth running of our business. We have suffered huge losses as expected revenue from advertisers who had pledged to spend on our platform could not be realized, and investments made into the game could not be recouped due to the abrupt truncation of the league. Developing juvenile football. Startimes, together with the Dutch Football Liga, introduced the Bundesliga Football School to Ghana last year. The football school is a new partnership model for promoting young talent across Africa. The approach is to work with Ghana Football Association and its professional clubs, as well as football academies in Ghana, to enhance footballing skills for talented young soccer players at the local level. Ghanaian coaches such as Midiamas Samuel Boedu and 6 others also benefited from the Bundesliga know-how to professionalize and enhance their existing local structures. Startimes has also since 2016 sponsored 11 Ghanaian journalists to experience the German Bundesliga and the French League One. The experience, which is dubbed the Startimes Media Visit, has seen underlisted journalists make an all-expense-paid trip to Germany, to the Bundesliga, and to France for the League One for exclusive interviews, stadium experience, and workshops on media reportage for these leagues. I'll name a few of them. So we have Mr. Maurice Kwanzaa from the Graphic Communications Group. We have Sadiq Adams from the Angel Broadcasting Network. We have Mr. Samtima Otuo Echampong of Oyerepa FM 10. We also have Daniel Kwekuyeboa of Peace FM and UTV. We have George Adu Jr. of Multimedia. We also have Michael Otieje of Media General. Tawfiq Abdul Kadir, Football Made in Ghana. We have Henry Asante Chum of Star FM. Gary L. Smith of Multimedia. Kwame Jumo Ajiman of Class Media Group. And we have Senna Akutu Ampa of the GFA. Now I'll go to our commitment to football. A Super 2 clash was held between Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko to satisfy the hunger of fans for football after the GPL was truncated. Partnership agreements were signed with Kotoko to produce their home games of the CAF Confederation Cup and other preparatory games. We went on to produce the J. Kufuor Cup organized by Primeval Consult to honor the former president. We also strived to ensure that players didn't go rusty with active football while clubs suffer various setbacks. Hence, we held discussions with Galca to organize the Startimes Cup, which was later called off by the GFA Normalization Committee. The NC went on to introduce a special competition. Startimes again came on board to offer a sponsorship package to show our love and commitment for Ghana football, but that also stalled. We have made a couple of value additions to the local football since our inclusion. Some of them are, we have provided a wider reach for the GPL. We have increased the commercial clout of the GPL as well. We helped in providing a new logo for the GPL. We came up with a slogan, and we single-handedly finance club profiling or a photo shoot for all 16 Premier League clubs. We have also produced more games or more live games for television. On the 8th of January 2020, Startimes was awarded the television rights for the Ghana Premier League and the FA Cup for the next 5 years. Now I'll go to our capacity. Startimes has invested heavily in the latest sports broadcast solutions in order to bring the quality of our productions as well as the image of the Ghana Premier League to international standards. This will include detailed statistics, comprehensive sports analysis, virtual advertising, augmented reality, 3D graphics, virtual live presenter. Now for your information, Startimes saying it is a great tool that the FA can use to promote a title sponsor of the league. It involves the virtual placement of adverts on and around the pitch during the broadcast of a live game. With statistics, we shall provide detailed statistics of matches every 5 to 10 minutes. For goals scored, assists made, cards received, average possession, total passes, crosses, shoots, fouls, corners, etc. The final area penetration and ball possession in each third. Teams comparison, player data, goals, assists, passes, accuracy, crosses accuracy, dribbles accuracy, balls won, balls lost, total attempts, halftime and full-time summary, and coaches data as well. Every touch of the ball is collected by our software and stored, and this is analyzed in real time whilst the game is still on air. We will also have 300 minutes of extra content weekly for and about the properties we have acquired. Previews and reviews of all match day games or highlights will be available. Fan zone programs, studio discussions around the game, local football news will all be made available. Player identification, which we already did for the clubs. We intend to make the identification of our players paramount. This is key as it helps fans to easily identify with the players of their favorite teams. We plan to build a full professional photography profile of league clubs and their players. These photographs will be projected on TV, press, online to make player identification easy and also help enhance popularity of our players. Production plan. Startimes will provide the biggest and most advanced television production by far, with at least 8 cameras for live matches. I say at least because our ultra-modern van has 12 cameras. This will ensure a top quality viewing experience for fans around the world, with multiple cameras delivering all the action and emotion of the games. Startimes expects an audience of over 30 million viewers across our platforms, consisting of 30 million TV subscribers and 18+ million app users. Startimes will invest an additional $1 billion on production and $500,000 on promotion of the FA properties we have acquired. Startimes, together with the GFA, the PLB, shall jointly plan the TV schedule to enable Startimes produce a minimum of 3 live games per match day. Now, starting with match day 3, which is this weekend, 38 live games will be produced for the remaining first half of the season, and we intend to give all clubs equal TV exposure. Startimes shall make 1 live game available to free-to-air each match day. Highlights shall be non-exclusive to Startimes and shall be made available to the media to improve the exposure of the league. To be able to watch the Ghana Premier League games live and in HD, take advantage of our promo and get a full kit package of decoder, dish, cable, LNB for a cool 140 Ghana cedis. If you are an existing subscriber, all you need to do is to pay 65 Ghana cedis for the Super Bouquet, and you get 15 extra days for free to enjoy the very best of premium content as the Euro 2020s also beckons on Startimes. Startimes, change your view. Thank you very much.
In a bit we'll be watching, she spoke about the software and the production plan. We have a video compilation of it. Welcome our CEO, Mr. Felix Alonso. So we'll be showing to you how it looks like and what to actually expect. She mentioned she read about it. I'm sure, yes, it might just sound somehow to you, but we would like to give you a clear view of how it looks like. So when you're watching the game and you see it, you might not be lost in the midst there. And we'll also be asking you to ask a few questions about what she said. Basically what she said. We don't want questions out of the frame here. What she said.
Startimes winning the bid, that's really for the FA to explain. We just submitted a bid, we put in a bid, and we were selected. If you ask us what we think made it for us, we can say that we think we have the capabilities, we have new technology that we're bringing to the local game, and so we think that just maybe that is what they did for us. I'll tell you what, when they announced, I remember your announced documentary surfaced and football was truncated, we all know we were off for a while. And as you may know, we're a business. And so profits and the way the business is going is always taken into consideration. We were losing a lot. There was no football. We had a contract spanning 10 years and there was no content for our platform. And so at a point, we wrote a letter to the FA and said that we were considering cancellation because we were not making anything out of this long gap. And that also came on the back of we trying to work with the NC, and that deal didn't come off. So we asked to sit with them and then we agreed on a mutual termination. As you've rightly mentioned, Max TV is the FTA channel for Startimes Ghana. And so for the live match that we're going to give to free-to-air to be available on Max TV, that is what we have planned at the moment. If any FTA platforms approach us and we're able to arrive at a good deal, then maybe we will extend it. But for now, games will be live on Adepa channel 247 on Startimes and on Max TV. I'll let Sicho talk about the software.
Our Premier League content and what we do with all the other games that we get to show on Max TV and Adepa. Now, this one is the Vets Libro, where we can actually highlight players and analyze their movements. We can pause situations, drag players where they should have been. Here you see the virtual line presenter, Elikondo, on the pitch right beside the players. You can have a coach do his analysis, and so we've got the live graphics operations as well, where in games, for analysis again, you can highlight them. And this is where Ms. Banson mentioned the virtual advertising. So imagine the headline sponsor of the league, maybe, just maybe, if it is TCL, before the game, they see this. This is very commercial. Imagine seeing a Black Star player standing right in the studio while discussions are being held with their statistics all over the place about them. And imagine this popping up on your screens for your graphics when the games are happening. And for all of you analysts or journalists who would be in our studios, when you have this set up to analyze every single goal, every single moment in the game, it creates or it brings that insight. And this is what we call the viewer experience of TV. Subconsciously leave something sweet at the back of your mind and you want to always see the game again. And so this is where the Ghana Premier League is going to go to. We've got an ultra modern system that can create and recreate every type of studio you can see with our virtual system. And so there you see discussion ongoing, viewers can really see what the pundits are saying and as well follow the analysis they are making while they are talking in real time. And this is also another part of it where you can see players popping up on the pitch for your lineup. So if you watch La Liga, for example, you see Bale popping up, you see Benzema popping up for the lineup, and we've got the technology to really do that. It's in real time. So when you're watching the game, you can easily show you the Hearts of Oak have had 3% of the possession, or they've completed 60% of the passes, or they've lost the ball this X amount of time. So this time around, for the production that we are going to do for the Ghana Premier League, it is at another level. And ladies and gentlemen, please tell all the other guys out there that they are going to watch the Ghana Premier League in a way they have never ever seen before. And so we need all of you on board as well. It's a creative industry we find ourselves in. Feel free to reach out to me and suggest everything you want us to also take on board. We'll assess and of course we'll be ready to do all of that. So that is what we've got for you. There's still a lot more that we'll be releasing as time goes on. But Ghana football will be great on TV again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So that statement that was all over the place, that we said our van could not go to certain centers, is not entirely true. What we had said was that some of the venues, match centers, were not television friendly, i.e. some of the grass was brown, and you know, for television, especially football and television, the aesthetics appeal is very important. If you're watching a ball roll on a Sakura park from left to right, it's not very interesting to watch. And so we wanted stadia that was television friendly. Apart from the grass, you know, to be able to put a football game on camera, on television, cameras need to be set up in the stadium. At the time, some of the stadia had not, it was not wide enough for us to do a good setup. I'll give you an example. There was one particular match center that was so difficult to use because the area was small and it had a wire fencing around it. Now, for our production team to be able to do a good setup, it meant they were supposed to be behind the wire, and which also meant that you'll be seeing wires on your screen. And so it's because of some of these things that we had said that no, let's use this stadia, we prefer this and we prefer that. However, again, we also always consider the fact that all clubs want equal exposure on television. And so this time around, we have discussed with the FA. They have told us that indeed their licensing bodies are looking out for specific things from the club's match venues that they have presented to them. And so they are going to make sure that every match venue that is accepted will be television friendly. And so we, as we have been named now, are going to get our team to go around all the 18 centers to check if they are TV friendly, and then we shouldn't have any problem at all moving around. Indeed, earlier today, we had a discussion with the FA, the PLB, about doing a television.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We want to assure you that as far as Startime is concerned, we are in very good terms with GBC. We have been in very good relationship with GBC since 2016, and we have not been attacked directly. And we are keeping the relationship as it is. We have a business relationship, we have a partnership relationship with GBC, and that is not being destroyed. Relation can go frosty, but it is life, is what I'm saying. And so there is no problem. If we have to cooperate with GBC, why not? It's for the good of the game. And so there is no fire. It's all cool. We're working together. Every enterprise, there is growth. As we grow, we work out our growth strategy. We did start with GBC. That does not compel us to get stuck with GBC. And so we're going to be moving on. With or without GBC, Startime is going to bring to you live matches at all the venues as selected.
All right, so I'm sure everything has been made so clear to you out there. All the rumors you've been hearing, all the stories, the backstories you've been hearing about the Startimes deal has been brought to the fore now. Everything has been explained by the officials from Startimes. The Ghana Premier League is kickstarting. Of course, the coverage of the Startime Ghana Premier League coverage is starting this weekend with Accra Hearts of Oak versus Cape Coast Mysterious Ebushiandras at the Accra Sports Stadium. 3 p.m. Is the time for that particular game, and it's live on Startime. Of course, Max TV is also one of the free-to-air stations that will be broadcasting it. And as to whether some other free-to-air channels will be having the right, is something that we'll be discovering in the coming day. My name is Samuel Ziga, and keep watching Platinum TV, Platinum Sports to be precise.